Hello and thanks for joining me for another episode of Escape the Pacific. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be addressing our hunger and our thirst and our food diversity. In between, since the last episode, when I showed you how to break down the logs, the trunks, into branches and long sticks and all the different size wood, I've run around the island, and I've collected up a whole bunch of sticks, and I've cleared out this area here of bushes and little trees. So, okay. So if we have a look here, we've got thirst and hunger, and we need to keep a balanced diet between land, sea, fruit. Now, things like crabs, turtles, and you get seagulls as well, they're classed as land. Fish is sea, and fruit, well, that's like coconuts. We've got papaya up here. We've got a banana tree. The papayas are the best fruit. So we're going to start off pulling out our axe. I'm going to chop on one of these coconuts here. And we've got these husks. We'll use them later. We've got the stripped coconut there. We're going to chop on that. And now we can pick that up, or we can just press U and we can drink that water straight out of there. And it's taking our thirst down a little bit. Going to pick that up. We're going to come down to the edge of the water, not too deep, because we're wearing our bags and our backpack and it'll weigh us down if we go too deep. We're going to fill that up with salt water, and we're just going to plonk it down in the sun, and that's got salt water in it. Now during the day, or when it's sunny, that will evaporate and it'll be left with a unit of salt in it. So it's still a bit thirsty. Grab another one. And pull out our axe. Give it a whack. Give it another whack. And we'll drink that one. And now we're going to pull out our knife. And we're going to whack the that coconut and get the white flesh out of it. And this will classify as fruit. Going to eat that. So now our hunger's gone down. But now our fruit's gone up and our land's gone down. So we need to keep an eye on that. You can't just go eating a whole bunch of fruit. We'll get sick. Our vitamin C's gone up. So what we're going to do now. Now a lot of people are going to go straight for a campfire. I prefer getting a few of these up and running. So these take a little bit longer to prepare your food, but dried food lasts longer. So we're going to grab a few sticks here. Is it 3? Yep, 3 small sticks. And if you've got a higher difficulty setting, you're going to need more sticks for each thing that we build here. But just doing a nice relaxed tutorial here. So we're going to whack on that with our hammer. And that's done. Now, if we put our hammer away, if you want to move this around, you can just right click, hold your right click. You can put it wherever you want. You can do that when it's got food on it too. So, there's a crab here that's got himself stuck. If we try and whack one of these other crabs, he'll run away. It can be a bit tricky to catch. When they're stuck, it's good time to grab him. Now he's dead. Keep whacking at him. Get that meat. And pop that on there. Now, we've got a turtle here, and it's an adult turtle. Now, we're not always going to have turtles on your starting island. But these ones, you got adult ones and you got young ones. These adult ones will give you 4 pieces of meat. You can hear our heartbeat going. We're getting a bit worn out there. Just going to pick it up and walk over here while we're regaining our energy. Plonk it back down. Keep backing away at it. Okay. So pick up this raw meat here. Pop it on the drying rack. Alrighty. Now, we've got this turtle shell. We can make a rain collector out of this. Rain collectors are not very effective. Obviously, they only work when it rains. But we've got the shell, we may as well plonk one down. So, we put our shell in that. And we need 3 small sticks. Okay. And give it a whack with our hammer. So if it does rain, that'll catch a bit of water for us. Now we also have these dew collectors. They will collect water overnight. They won't collect anything during the day, so we'll build one of them a bit later. What we're going to do now is we're going to build ourselves a fish trap. So we're going to get, we need 10 small sticks for this one. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them in. Yep, one short. And we need a long stick. Pull out our hammer. Give it a few whacks. Alright, now see the 0% on it? That means it's got 0 fish in it. So we'll just have a look. Yep, up to 23 thirst again. So we're going to whack on another one of these coconuts. Going to drink that. Going to put that in our bag. Pick up our fish trap. Now when you're placing a fish trap, you want to place it away from where you're building your camp. So we're going to go over the other side. And I'm going to put it near this mangrove tree. And there's a reason for that. So we're just going to go out on the edge here, not too deep while we're wearing our backpack and everything. We can pick it up a bit with holding the right mouse button and use our mouse wheel to scroll it out. Doesn't need to be too deep as long as it's covered by the water. You do want to remember where you placed it. So this helps us remember where we've placed it. And if you hit escape, you can go down and you can see on the map, that's where I am, and there's our fish trap there. So if you lose your fish trap, that's a good way to find it. Now, with this empty coconut that we've got here, if we go up to this mangrove tree, you're not always going to have one of these on your starter island either. But we can get a little tiny bit of salt out of that. And not much, but it's enough to do 1 piece of meat. And if we come back every morning it'll have another piece on it. So when we come back in the morning to check our fish trap, we can collect salt at the same time. So we'll come over here and we will use this salt on that meat, and we'll fill this up with salt water, plonk it down next to the other one. Alright, now, so that's how we get meat. Now this will take a little while to dry. You can see 3%, so it's 3% dried, 2% dried. Okay, so alright, so we have papaya on this island. You're not always going to have papaya. Papaya is probably the best fruit in the game. We've also got a banana tree somewhere here. Okay, now sometimes your starting island you'll only have coconuts, so coconut does work for fruit. Bananas are a bit better. Now we'll grab one. We can also dry our bananas. Okay, but once it's dry, it's not going to be nearly as nourishing as the fresh one, but it will last a lot longer. However, the papayas are much better, so we're not really going to worry too much about the bananas that we've got here. Now, when these do ripen up more, like, I mean, these are ready. That one says whole. Sometimes it'll say young, and it's not ready. But we can pick these. We'll pick a couple. Just pressing P to put it straight in our bag. But when they do ripen up, the bananas and the papayas and the coconuts too, they will drop out of the trees. Now the coconuts will last forever, but your papayas and your bananas, as soon as they fall out of the tree, they're going to start going bad. So we're going to plonk a few on the drying rack. Once again, drying them out, they will lose some of their substance, but they will also they'll stay good for quite a while. Now we can go in and we can build a crate that we can put things in, but it's a lot easier and cheaper, I find, for food to just put down another drying rack. And I find that when you leave, like when this stuff's ready, it's still got a while to go. When it's ready, if we leave it on the drying rack, it'll also stay fresh. You know, just accidentally cancelled that, so we'll just do that again. Pop it down. Grab ourselves long stick. Pop it in there. Couple of small sticks. Pull out a hammer, couple of whacks on it. Okay, pop our hammer away and we can reposition this a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. So now ideally I like to build 2 fish traps. If you build 2 fish traps, you should never ever have a problem with running out of fish. So I'll just pick up a bunch more of these. We don't want the long one. Okay, pull out our hammer again. pop that down. Pick it up and carry it back over to where we put the other one. Put it right next to it. So we're down here. Set it there. Yep. So we're just going to plonk that next to it. Alright, so now we want to build some dew collectors that'll collect water overnight. May as well carry this trunk back, we'll end up using it later on. We can't run while we're carrying this big thing. Plop that down. Okay. So, we hit C. Now we've got two types here. We've got a banana one and we've got a palm one. We've only got one banana tree on this island. So, we're not going to have many banana leaves and we're going to want to use those for other things. So we'll just use the palm one. They're just about as the same effectiveness. And these are not going to collect a lot of water. So you probably want a couple of them. So I'll put two down, grab a couple of these palm fronds, put one in each. Need another stack of small sticks. Pop them in. Pull out our hammer, give it a whack. And the other one. Okay, now that other coconut pot there, the one that we ate the flesh out of, I'm going to pop that in there. Let's have a look how we're doing. So we're not doing too bad. Our vitamin C and our salt is okay. Basically, I mean, we can wait until our hunger and thirst are 20 before we do anything more with that. So next thing that we're going to want is a bed. And we've got a variety here. We're not going to worry about these primitive ones or the wooden ones. The best are these two, the grass one and the banana leaf bed. We don't have any of this tall grass that we need for that one. So we might build a banana one. Now, if that banana tree was the only fruit that we had on this island, then I wouldn't be touching the banana tree. We'd make a palm one instead. But because we've got all these papaya, we don't really care about these bananas. So we'll pull out our axe. Now sometimes, not always, but sometimes if you position yourself, we can just target the actual leaves. There we go. And it won't actually chop down the tree. Yeah, it doesn't work all the time. Yeah, see, we lost the banana stem there. But sometimes when you just chop down the leaves, if save and reload, then the leaves will come back. But once you chop down the tree itself, it's buggered. Going the wrong way. Over here. Alrighty, so we're going to hit C. I'm going to go into tools like I showed you with the palms. I'm going to click on that and pop that down. I'm going to add all these. Then we're going to hit right click to cancel it, and then they are all stacked up nicely. So I'll pick up 2. Pop 2 of them in there. Grab ourselves a small stick and 2 long sticks. So pop one of them in our bag. Pick up 2 of these. Add them in. Add our small stick. Give it a few whacks with the hammer. And our bed's ready. So let's have a look. Our hunger first is fine. Have a look over here. See, that's gone down to 0.9. So starting to evaporate. These are not going to collect anything till overnight. That's started to dry. So we're going to take a little nap. I guess we'll go till sunset. Now, your quality of your bed basically is how much tiredness it's going to get rid of over a certain amount of time. So that's gone down. We've got 0.8, 0.7. That won't have collected anything yet. And that is dried 100% with salt on it. Can wait a little bit longer before eating that. So we'll head over here. We're not going to have any salt on the mangrove yet because it's still the same day. We're still on the first day. We might have a fish or 2 in here. In our traps. Now, where's our traps? Over here. Yep, we've got 1 in there. We'll pick that up. Just with you. Okay. So now we've got ourselves a couple of fish. And we'll get even more out of that in the morning. So I'll pop our fish on here. Okay. So now, go back to our bed. And we're going to sleep till sunrise this time. Now, you see here, as our tiredness counts down, once it gets to 0, we're now napping and we can wake up. But we've set it to sleep till sunrise. So we're just going to keep snoozing until sunrise. Otherwise we'll wake up. It's still the middle of the night. It'll be dark and like basically we're passing time for our water and our drying and our fish traps. So now it's morning. So we'll go over here, have a look at what's going on here. We've got salt there and salt there. Now you can pick up one of these and you can put it all into one. So now we've got 2 units of salt in there. So let's run over to the mangrove. Yeah, we should get another. Yep. Alright, so we're going to check our fish trap. We're going to pop that on the ground. We don't want to take that in the water because it'll fill up with salt water and then we'll lose all our salt. So our traps, where was our traps? There we go. Got a lot of fish in there. So we are not going to be short of fish. Alright. So now that we've picked those up, pick up our coconut of salt. Bring it back on over. Pop it down. Put that fish on there. Put these fish on there. Alright. So I'm going to salt one of these. Let's have a look. So we need land. So we'll salt another one of these dried meats. Salt another fish. And that's all of our salt. So we're going to fill this up again. Drop it down here to start evaporating. Fill that one up. Pop that down. And we've got a crab running amok here. Making a mess of our base. Look what he did to my neat piles. He can go on the drying rack. Okay. So, land. We're going to grab that first salted bit of meat there. And we're just going to munch on that. So that's got rid of our hunger. Now land's up to 5 and our C is 4. Our salt's at 100. So we'll grab, let's see. We don't need the extra salt. Well, our hunger's at 0. So when we get hungry again, we'll eat another one and we'll eat one of those fish. We are thirsty. Let's check our dew catchers. Now you do want to grab these in the morning. That water will evaporate overnight. They don't collect a lot of water. You can see we're still a bit thirsty. And we didn't put a coconut in that one. But that's okay, we've got another one here. Give it a whack with our axe. And we can pull it out so we can see it. Give that another whack. And drink that up. Okay. So, fruit will raise our vitamin, but our fruit's still pretty high. But we're doing okay. So that's basically hunger and thirst taken care of. We can get birds, and it's not always, once again, you won't always find an island. You won't always find these on your island, but see this says seagull rock. There's another rock over the other side. And that is just a rock. But this one, see it's got feathers on it. You can pick up those feathers, and at night time seagulls will come back and sit on this rock. So maybe in the next episode we will show you how to get bird meat, which is probably, in my opinion, the best meat in the game. It tends to last a lot longer when you dry it out. But that is going to do it for this episode. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.